rest of the world feels a million miles away, then that's where it belongs. Erica, try to stop worrying.
Dimitri, it's just that this trip, it has to be perfect for Bianca. Especially after what's happened with Kendall.
The sooner we forget last night and the business about the bridesmaid dress, the better.
No, Dimitri, it's more complicated than that. This was not the first time that Bianca has lashed out when she's been unhappy. Do you remember the first time you met her?
She was so excited to be in Pine Valley, to be with you.
She was, wasn't she? And she just smiled the whole day.
Yes, she did.
See, that's the little girl that I remember. Dimitri, that's the little girl that I know. She was always such a happy child. It's just that she changed when her world changed. Because of me.
You mean when you and Travis divorced?
Dimitri, Bianca found out that I was in love with her Uncle Jackson. She saw me kiss him. She heard me tell him that I love him. This was really terrible for her. I mean, she loved me, and she loved her daddy, and she loved her Uncle Jack, and then all of a sudden it exploded on her. She had these dolls. She used to play with them all the time, and she had named them after the three of us. Well, after she saw me kissing her Uncle Jack, she went upstairs to her room, and she set the mommy doll and the Uncle Jack doll on fire.
Was Bianca hurt?
Not physically, no. But after the divorce, then she said she hated me. And she said that she wanted to live with her father, and the judge agreed. So I lost my little girl.
Erica, why didn't you tell me about this before?
It was just the worst time of my life. It was just the worst mistake I ever made. It was just the most pain I've ever experienced.
Bianca loves you so much. You have made wonderful progress with her. Wonderful progress.
I think I have, Dimitri. It's just that right now, Kendall has shown up out of nowhere. And she just seems to be always taking my attention away from Bianca. And that's why this trip is so important. It's time for us together, the three of us, just the three of us in Europe. I mean, it's the only time I have with her. It's the only time the courts will let me have with her. And it's, of course, so important that Bianca knows I love her. That she knows that I'm her mommy, and that... Okay, so I have two daughters, but that does not affect how I feel about her. Am I a horrible person?
No, you are completely rational, and you're a wonderful person. Erica, listen to me in regards to Kendall. Now, I care about her, and I want her to be a part of our family, but the idea of playing mediator to Bianca and Kendall for our entire honeymoon, that doesn't appeal to me very much.
So you think I'm doing the right thing?
I do now, yes, absolutely. Listen to me, Kendall is an adult. Now, she is old enough to understand. Maybe you could help her know why you feel we need this private time with Bianca.
You mean you think that I should tell Kendall about Bianca's problem when she was a little bit younger?
It may help Kendall feel more included. She'd understand that this trip isn't about taking sides. Kendall would know that you trust her.
Maybe you're right. Maybe this is the way to handle it.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew there was some reason you married me. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm married to you because of everything you are.
Ooh.
And I love you.
And I love you.
They're not going to want to go anywhere after I tell them what I have to tell them.
I don't understand. What are you talking
Natalie
about?
Dillon and Adam Chandler just got into a car accident. They were on their way to the wedding. Now, I wasn't going to tell them last night because I didn't want their wedding night to be ruined, so they could at least... I'm going to have to tell them now. So, when they walk in this morning, all smiles, thinking the only thing they have to worry about is whether you're doing fine or not, I'm going to have the supreme pleasure of saying 2 of their friends are in critical condition and one of them probably won't make it.
That's awful.
Yeah. You folks are going to spend the next few days, I imagine, in the hospital, just wondering how their friends are going to do. So, if I don't get a little cooperation from you, and you don't help me give them the support that they're going to need, I won't go easy on you. Trust me.
I can't believe this.
And Natalie?
It's bad. She had head injury, and they operated on her last night, but they said she's still in extremely critical condition.
Well, thank you very much, Edmund. Are you all right?
I just can't believe that... Excuse me for just a second.
Why don't you let me?
All right.
I'm really sorry. Kendall wanted a moment alone with you anyway.
I feel awful about this.
Yes, well, it certainly is a shock.
I promise I'll help out any way I can around here.
Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
And I'll try harder with Bianca. I promise.
Well, now, there's something I might be able to help out with.
I think she and I can work things out.
No. No, there's something that I need to tell you. Something about how I feel about Bianca. And so Bianca was in therapy for a while after the fire, and I was just terrified that I would never get my little girl back, but she's done so well. She's just been wonderful. She has recovered, and she has forgiven me, and she does very well in school. So I'm very fortunate. And perhaps I should have told you this ahead of time so that you would understand why, maybe from your point of view, I seem to be a little overprotective of Bianca. But the truth is, I never talk about that.
I totally understand.
Well, actually, when I told Dimitri, it was he who suggested I tell you these things so that you would know why it is that I seem to make decisions for Bianca that exclude you.
Look, don't worry about the honeymoon. I think Bianca should go. I don't need to be there hogging that time she has with you.
Not that Bianca is allowed to behave badly. When she comes home and we all come home, there's going to be plenty of time for her to learn a little bit more about being a good sister.
She's trying.
I hope you are.
I'm so sorry that you went through just such a horrible time. To have your own daughter choose to live with her father, you must have been devastated.
Yes, I was.
But things are better now. I mean, Mr. Montgomery let Bianca come here for the whole summer.
Well, that was Dimitri's doing. Dimitri convinced Travis to let Bianca come here for the summer.
Dimitri adores you.
Yes, he does. Of course he does. In any case, I'm sure that when Travis heard that Dimitri and I were getting married, that put the trip in a different light. My ex-husband, Travis, is very narrow-minded.
What will he think when he finds out about me?
Who you are and where you come from, and your relationship in my life has absolutely nothing to do with Travis Montgomery. Well, I really must find Dimitri now. Oh! I'm so happy you understand about Bianca.
All My Children, brought to you by...
Oh, Kendall.
Yeah.
Well, Dimitri and I have decided to postpone our trip to Europe.
I'm sorry. I know how you were all looking forward to it.
Well, given what's happened to Natalie and Adam, it's best that we stay close to home.
Do you know where Bianca is?
Well, last time I checked, she was in a room.
Ooh. I hope we can make Bianca understand.
So do I.
The honeymoon's canceled?
An emergency has come up.
You did this. You made her cancel it.
No. Kendall had nothing to do with this, honey. Nothing.
You'll be sorry.
All right, hold on now. Now, why don't we just sit down on the couch and discuss the situation calmly?
Why don't I give you three some privacy and just call the florist in the kitchen?
I am sure that Bianca's going to apologize just as soon as I tell her what happened.
I will not.
No apology necessary. Excuse me.
Bianca, I do not expect this kind of behavior from you.
You canceled our trip to make her feel better.
No. Now, you listen to me. We postponed this trip because something terrible has happened. An accident, a very serious accident. Adam Chandler and Natalie Dillon were hurt very badly yesterday in a car accident. Now, we just feel that we cannot possibly leave until we know we have done everything we can to help. People sometimes have needs that must come first.
Everyone comes before me.
That is not true, and that is a horribly selfish thing of you to say. Shame on you. Bianca, you are not the center of the universe. I mean, the whole world does not revolve around Bianca Montgomery, and the sooner you come to grips with that idea, the better. Now, instead of whining about who is more important, perhaps you could give some thought to your friend Timmy's mother. Perhaps you could even say a prayer for Natalie.
I don't have to listen to you. You don't even have custody.
Custody? Who told you that word?
This is the worst summer of my life. I hate it here. I hate all of it.
Travis Montgomery.
Mr. Montgomery, hello. This is Kendall Hart.
Yes?
Kendall Hart.
Well, I'm sorry, do I know you?
Actually, we've never met. I'm Erica Kane's oldest daughter.
Did you say Erica's oldest daughter?
Yes. Your wife, Barbara, told me how to reach you. I hope...
Hart. Erica doesn't have an oldest daughter. Now, if this is some type of prank...
You two were married. I'm sorry. I just assumed you knew.
It's not funny.
Well, don't you read the papers? I was a bridesmaid at Erica's wedding.
Why are you calling me? What do you want?
Well, I was worried about Bianca, but I guess calling
Bianca? All right, what is this all about?
Maybe I should explain. Erica had me when she was only 14. She gave me up for adoption as soon as I was born. We only recently found each other. And Bianca's not just taking it very well. She's done a lot of things, but when she threw ink on my dress for the wedding, well, to be honest, Erica said it reminded her of the time she set the house on fire, and that's why I was worried.
All right, Miss Hart, put Erica on the phone right now.
I can't. She's not here.
Where is Bianca?
Bianca had another tantrum. Erica went out after her. Look, you must promise.
What do you mean, another tantrum? Where are you right now? Where is my daughter?
We're at Wildwind, Dmitri Marek's estate. He's not here either. When they decided to cancel the honeymoon, he took off. Wait, look, they're coming back. Maybe you should just call tonight and you can speak to Bianca then.
Listen, don't hang up.
Look, I have to. Just do not tell Erica that I called, okay?
May I help you?
Yes, I'm Travis Montgomery, Bianca's father.
Well, okay, one crisis down. Think I can manage to get out the door before another one comes in a taxi?
Excuse me, Miss Kane? Oh, I mean, Mrs. Marek.
Oh, that's all right, Lucy. I answered both. What is it?
There's a gentleman here to see you, Mr. Montgomery.
Oh, Jack. Well, please don't keep him waiting. Send him in.
Even if it's the other Mr. Montgomery?
Travis.
How was the wedding?
It was wonderful. You said they didn't come all the way here from Seattle to ask me that.
No, actually, I was back east on business.
What business would bring you here to Pine Valley?
Well, I couldn't resist dropping in to see my best little girl. Has Bianca's visit with her mother been everything she hoped it would be?
Absolutely. It's been absolutely fabulous. We've had a great time together.
Good. So aside from that spill she took on Marek's horse, there really hasn't been any problems to speak of.
I assure you, Bianca's having a wonderful time here in Pine Valley this summer. I guess her biggest problem is choosing between bathing suits.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Excuse me, Erica, but I don't believe I've met this young lady before.
No, I guess you haven't. You certainly took me by surprise. This is Kendall Hart. Kendall, this is Travis Montgomery. This is Bianca's father.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Kendall, will you do me a favor, please? Will you call Dmitri? Will you tell him that I'm running late? And will you make that phone call from the study, please, so that Travis and I may speak undisturbed?
Well, I'm afraid I'm the one creating the disturbance. I'd hate to have Miss Hart rush off on my account.
Oh, don't be silly. Kendall has plenty to keep herself busy.
That's true. It was nice meeting you, Mr. Montgomery.
Same here.
Excuse me.
Bianca has been having an absolute ball here, Travis. I really can't even imagine why you would ask if there were any trouble.
Well, we both know Bianca can be a handful at times.
On the contrary, she's been an absolute angel. Of course, she and I do share that very special bond. We are mother and daughter. And that time that we have had together, I must tell you, has been the best time we have ever had.
Well, then she hasn't been bored. Or lonely.
Bored? How could you be bored in Wildwind? My goodness, it's like living inside a Victorian dollhouse.
Mommy, look what she did! Daddy!
Honey, baby doll, come here. Oh, what's the matter? What's the matter?
It's her! She hates me!
That's not true.
Bianca, sweetheart, why would you say something like that?
Because Mommy loves me best.
Oh, no, that's not. Your mother loves you. It's okay. It's okay. Who is Kendall?
I was just about to tell you, Travis. That's what I was trying to tell you. Kendall is my daughter. Kendall, why is Bianca crying?
There was an accident.
Liar! You ruined my favorite book on purpose! You're mean and spiteful, and I hate you!
It's all right, honey. It's all right. Daddy's here. Daddy's here.
Look, I am sure that this is all just a misunderstanding now, Kendall.
I didn't touch Bianca's book. She left it outside and the sprinklers went on.
Oh, honey, there, see?
Why do you always take her word for everything, just because you feel sorry for her?
That's not true.
Bianca, there's a bookstore in town that could probably replace it. If you want, I can drive you now.
I'm not going anywhere with you, ever!
Please, now let's just all calm down. Kendall, that was a very sweet offer. Bianca, let Mommy see this book. Where is it? Well, all right. Well, look, we can have this repaired. We can have this restored somehow.
Yes, in the meantime, honey, why don't you run outside and play for a little while, and I'll catch up with you later, okay?
All right, Daddy. I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, me too. Me too, honey. Go on. Go on.
I'll be in my room.
Your daughter.
Yes.
When did this happen?
It's a long story, Travis.
Well, how did Bianca react to it? She and her new big sister don't seem to be getting along very well.
Oh, Travis, all sisters fight. I'm sure that by the end of the summer, they're going to be thick as thieves.
Erica, your gall is as infuriating as ever. How dare you just spring a new family member on Bianca, your own daughter, no less, and keep it from me. And on top of it all, try to pretend that Kendall's presence here is of absolutely no consequence to our little girl.
No, I have both girls' interests at heart. And I am quite sure that once the shock of having a new sister wears off, that Bianca's going to adjust just fine, and life is going to go on as usual.
The hell it will. Not for Bianca. Thank heaven I got here in time before your guilty little secret completely destroyed her.
And now who's being dramatic?
Erica, Bianca came here to spend an idyllic summer with her mother. Now, you never dropped hint one of her being roomies with your best-kept secret. Now, how is that child supposed to deal with that?
As a matter of fact, before you barged in here uninvited, we were doing very well. We were coping just fine. This is so typical of you, Travis. You take one small incident and you blow it out of proportion.
What is typical is that this is yet another secret love of yours that is causing emotional mayhem. Now, I won't even begin to speculate on how, when, or where Kendall Hart was conceived.
Well, that's good, because the details of that are not up for discussion.
Well, suffice it to say that Kendall's existence illustrates her mother's reckless regard and reckless approach to living. If it feels good, do it.
You have no idea of the circumstances of how Kendall came into this world. And how do you think you have the right to judge me? And what makes you think you have one idea of pain that I have endured? I gave Kendall up for adoption when I was 14 years old. That is all you need to know.
Well, that's not surprising. The details of your private life have always been off limits to me. Still, you might have sandwiched Kendall into one conversation sometime between the day we said I do and the day our divorce decree became final.
I never thought about her. To me, it was as if she never existed. I pushed the memories away. They were bad memories, and I never looked back. Now, to you, I am sure that that is inhuman, but to me, that was survival. If I had ever had a feeling of love or trust from you, as I do for Dimitri, then yes, maybe I would have told you. I don't know. But then we were blessed with Bianca. And for me, that closed the chapter on Kendall.
Well, obviously, it's been reopened. And my only question is, why is my child being made to pay for your wretched mistake? Those rose-colored glasses of yours never do seem to go out of style, do they?
Travis, what is wrong with trying to put a positive spin on a delicate situation? Unlike you, I don't stand around beating my breast and tearing my hair out. I take action.
I can't wait to see what's next.
Bianca needs private time with me. Now, she will have plenty of that on our trip across Europe.
Oh, no. No way. Do you seriously think that after what I have seen here today, that I am going to leave Bianca alone with you? There isn't going to be any trip to Europe. Bianca and I are catching the first flight back to Seattle tonight.
Dad wants to take you home today.
Mommy promised me.
Well, from the way they were talking, I think she's decided to let you go home.
She said we were going to Europe. Just Dimitri, Mommy, and me.
Bianca, you can't blame her for what she said. She's madly in love with Dimitri, and sometimes it's hard for her to think of anyone else.
They both said I could go.
Well, they were being nice, so that you'd feel a part of things. But Bianca, this is their honeymoon. Newlyweds want to be alone, not chasing after an 8-year-old.
I won't be any trouble. I promise.
Maybe not, but you'd still be there. They'd never get that chance to be alone.
Do they want to be alone?
That's what newlyweds like best. I mean, Bianca, you don't want to ruin your mom's only chance at a real honeymoon, do you? You could see Europe any old time. But your dad would love to take you. I know he misses you a lot. So does your stepmom. They're sad without you. They want you back.
Bianca, your mother and I have been discussing our plans for the summer. And since you're getting to be such a big girl, well, you're able to make some decisions about some things on your own. So, we're going to let you decide what you would like to do this summer. You can either go on the trip with Mommy and Dimitri, or you can come home with us. What would you like to do?
I want to go home with you, Daddy.
Bianca, no, you don't mean that.
I want to go home with you.
All
Right away,
Go
now.
get Hart.
Bianca.
Hold on,
Bianca.
hold on. You agreed to let Bianca make her own choice. She's made it. You've heard it. You've got to accept it.
And you are so happy, aren't you? I hate you. I will always hate you.
All my fault, all this trouble. I've made a terrible mess of everything.
No, you haven't.
I never should have called you.
Calling me was the best thing you could have ever done, Kendall. Thank you.
Honey, you don't have to do this. You can change your mind, honey.
Excuse us.
Bianca, we loved having you here, and you're welcome back anytime. This is your home, too.
Mommy will be coming to see you, sweetheart. I'll be coming to Seattle just as soon as I can. Honey, you can count on that.
Goodbye. Come on, sweetheart.
I'm gonna call you in the morning, honey.
It's okay. When I saw you standing
I
there,
heard you on the phone.
you came back.
You were coming home to me
Oh, we need each other.
more than anything. Darling, tell me you know how much I love you. Tell me you know how much I need you in my life.
I know, and you know that's all that matters. Oh, wait, Erica, before we get carried away, I have to tell you, after you stormed out, I did something.
You did something good or something bad?
Oh, well, good, I hope, but I'm not sure. This could be it. Hello, Travis. So, what's your decision? Yes or no? It's good news. It's great news.
What?
After you left, I tried to figure out how our marriage had gone so far off track so fast. And what I came up with was the trip to Europe that we promised Bianca and ourselves.
A honeymoon?
That's where we went haywire. So, I called a travel agency, and then I called Travis. I had to muster all of my diplomatic skills right into one bunch because I wanted to tell him off, but instead, I got Travis to agree to let Bianca come to France with us for a week.
For a week?
Uh-huh. Oh, unless you'd rather put it off till next summer.
You got him to agree?
We're leaving tomorrow morning.
Dimitri, you wouldn't fool me about this, right? You didn't make it up.
Well, on such short notice, if you and Bianca want to buy some clothes, you're just going to have to do it in Paris.
Dimitri! Oh, Paris for a week.
Yes.
Oh, you really got him to agree to this?
I got him to agree. I stressed the educational and the cultural rewards of foreign travel and the fact that you and Bianca deserve this time together.
Oh, darling, you really should be a diplomat. You're brilliant. Oh, I love you.
The honeymoon, the honeymoon is on.
Oh, I wish we were leaving tonight. Oh, I wish I could tell Bianca right now. She's going to be so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, Dimitri. Oh, no.
What?
Well, what about Kendall?
Well, she can hold the fort down while we're gone. Kendall was fine when we planned the trip before. She'll be fine now.
Yes, I think she will.
Oh, I'd hate for this night to end. But I guess we'll all have to go home soon.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily is right. Send me home alone. Sure, why not? Great. I mean, to hell with what I want. The fact that I might have been having a good time, no, that doesn't matter. Of course it doesn't matter at all. It only matters what she wants. But that is just fine with me. It's perfectly fine because I don't care. In fact, I don't care at all.
Do you mind? I'm trying to sleep.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
You don't have to be frightened.
Just tell me who you are.
All right, I should be very happy.
Don't take another step close to me. Don't even think about it. Just tell me why you're here, how you're here.
All right, maybe this will explain.
Freeze! Or just put your hands in the air.
Police on the TV programs there.
I'm not kidding. I will stab you right through the heart. Give that to me! Oh! Help! Police! Help! Somebody help me!
Calm
Police!
down!
Help!
Don't be a silly little girl.
This is the guy that you say trespassed on your property and threatened you.
So in his own way.
Yeah, what's your name, Mrs. Wise?
He's a murderer.
Quiet, sweetheart.
Murderer?
Uh-huh. He came back to the scene of the crime tonight.
Name?
My name is Anton Lang. I'm here at Mr. Dmitri Marek's invitation.
Oh, a likely story.
Can you prove that statement, sir?
In the left pocket of my jacket, you will find a passport, visa, and a letter from Mr. Marek.
Dimitri never said boo about any foreigners showing up here.
Hungarian passport, Anton Lang.
It's a forgery.
That looks kosher to me.
Anybody can get a passport, forge a letter. It's not hard. There's a murder on the loose, and that's
Date of
him.
entry today.
What the hell is going on here?
Dimitri, we found the murderer.
Would someone please explain to me why my house guest is in handcuffs?
This is really embarrassing.
Anton has been studying pre-med in Germany. He'll be attending Pine Valley in the fall.
Well, listen, you must be starving. How about coming to the kitchen? I'll fix you a nice sandwich, then I'll give you some cookies after I show you to... Now, where am I showing him to, Dimitri?
The bedroom overlooking the terrace will be fine, Peggy. And Anton, welcome to Wildwood, and I promise you, it's not always like this around here.
Oh, yeah, sometimes it's really exciting.
I hope I'm forgiven.
Well, you could have explained before you let me call the police.
I have trouble explaining things to screaming women with pitchforks.
You and Erica and Bianca are leaving today?
Yep, this morning, right now, in fact.
For Paris?
For the honeymoon that has long been overdue. Kendall, what's wrong?
What?
Well, I thought you'd be happy for us.
I am.
Is it Bianca? I thought you understood about that. I thought it was okay with you.
It is. It really is. I'm fine. I hope you guys have a great time. In fact, I know you're going to have a great time. I'm just surprised that Travis said it was okay. That's all. You talked him into it?
Yeah, well, it wasn't easy.
Congratulations. And don't worry about the home front. I'll just take care of everything while you're gone.
I knew I could count on you, Kendall.
Darling, I just met Anton in the kitchen. He's adorable, isn't he?
He's nice.
Kendall, if you have time today, would you show Anton around, make sure he feels comfortable?
Sure. Anything you want.
I think you're going to have such a good time, especially now that Anton is here. He can keep you company while we're going to Europe.
The limo's here.
Oh, time for the airport.
Do you have the passports, darling? Do you have everything?
Everything is set. Everything's set.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Have a great trip.
Thanks.
Take care now.
Au revoir.
Voyage. Oh, by yourself. Go on.
Hope their luggage gets lost and Bianca chokes on her snails.
Chokes and snails.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Oh, your mood hasn't improved since last night.
Do you know what the term stuff it means?
Thing is, I was Erica Kane again. I mean, I felt like myself. I was in charge. I was confident, powerful. I was strong. I have been so busy being Richard Field's victim that I just forgot how this feels. But I remember now. I remember now who I am and how I got here. And I haven't felt like this.
I came to Wildwood.
No, Kendall, that's not what I was going to say.
There I go, and again, interrupting. It's a bad habit, I know. Must be really annoying.
Yeah, well, I'll excuse you if you'll excuse us. Erica and I were having a private conversation.
No problem, but just one thing before I go. Well, Dimitri and I discussed finding a place of my own.
I didn't know that.
I guess what he said gave me a different perspective on us. I think maybe he's right. A little more distance might be good for all of us.
Well, yes, Dimitri is a very wise man.
Well, it's probably best for everyone.
Yes, of course it is. And certainly don't look at this separation as a rejection, because it's not about that at all.
I know what it's about. I'll start looking tomorrow. I don't have to leave Pine Valley, do I?
Well, of course not. I mean, wherever you like.
And Kendall, there's really no rush. I mean,
well, I'm
if you have...
just gonna leave you to your private conversation.
Well, what happened to laying the groundwork? You went right for the end result.
Yeah, well, what you said made sense. I mean, your health and well-being are far more important than Kendall's address. I decided there was no reason to wait, so I spelled it out. Actually, I'm surprised she accepted it so quickly.
Oh, darling, I am so glad you understand how I feel. And I know that she'll realize it's the only way for us to live. I mean, she can just get on with her life, and I can start concentrating on more pressing matters.
Such as?
Well, such as showing you the kind of undercover work I'm really famous for.
Oh.
Kind of undercover work I'm really famous for. makes me want to throw up. You know what? I hope you don't feel rejected. It's not about rejection. No, I mean, just because I can't stand the sight of you anymore, it's nothing personal. Same way that Erica's not rejecting me. No, she's not rejecting me. Why should she bother rejecting me? She's already ruined my entire life. Now she just wants me out of the way so she can concentrate on ruining Dimitri's life. Same exact way that she Mr. Richard Field's room, please. This is his daughter.
You've reached the number of Richard Fields, legendary star of the silver screen. Regretfully, he cannot come to the telephone just now.
Daddy, it's me.
Oh, Poppet. They didn't tell me it was you. I knew you'd call. It does this old player's heart good to hear your sweet voice. How have you been?
Not so hot.
Oh, well, that's very distressing. Perhaps I can help.
Everything's awful. Dimitri finally sided with the Wicked Witch.
Well, I was afraid of that.
They're making me move out.
Well, that's preposterous. Where will you go?
I don't know.
Well, I would say, come and live with me. There's not much room where we could make do. But unfortunately, the residence committee forbids it. I wish there was something I could do to help you.
You have already. Just hearing your voice is exactly what I needed. You've never given up, and neither can I. I'm not going to let Erica go on hurting us. I'm going to fight her.
There's no denying that you're my daughter. You have the field spirit. But is fighting Erica such a good idea? She's a very powerful woman. And what can one small puppet do? You can't hurt her any more than she's already hurt herself.
Oh, I don't know. There might just be a way.
You know, you know what goulash does to me, don't you?
What, whatever do you mean?
No, the menu was your idea. I saw Peggy preparing fish earlier.
Well, now, darling, are you suggesting that, I made goulash with ulterior motives?
Yes, I
Am I? You really would know what kind of ulterior motives could I possibly?
Well, that's what I'm interested in finding out.
I'm sorry again. Dimitri, I think something's coming in on your back.
Oh, thank you, Kendall.
I just thought since you're waiting to hear from Waters that it might be important.
Yes, it could be. Now, just you remember right where we were, all right? I will be back in just a minute. Thank you.
Anytime. Must be getting tired of my interruptions tonight.
Oh, no, I wanted to be interrupted for enchantment business.
I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I wanted to tell you that I'm really excited about getting a place of my own.
Oh, good.
I mean, I'm excited, but I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah, well, you should be excited. It'll be great. Independence.
Yeah, finally, after all these years.
Mm-hmm. And it's really exhilarating. You know, I mean, being on your own, you make your own rules, see who you want, when you want. It's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it hit me when Haley and I were in L.A. So I'll start looking tomorrow for an apartment.
You and Haley were in L.A.? When was that? Well, why did you go to Los Angeles?
Did I say Haley and I went to L.A.?
Yes, you did. Why were you there?
I am such an airhead. I meant to say Haley and I want to go to L.A. next summer. You know, it'd be cool, like total independence. Was I right?
That's what I was waiting for.
Well, you guys want to celebrate. I'm out of here. I'll be in my room.
Chandler and Son, how may we help you?
Adam, are you all right?
Erica, what can I do for you?
Well, Dimitri and I were just talking. We're just wondering how you are.
I'm much better, thank you.
Well, good. Great. Maybe we'll drop by next week and see for ourselves, okay?
Yes, well, any time. I'm here.
This What do you think about Haley and Kendall going to Los Angeles? I think it's great. They're friends.
Friends? I knew it was business, but I was a little bit in the dark about all that. Dimitri, I heard him tell Haley that it was top secret, and so I was flying blind on the whole affair. Next time, could you fill me in on the confidential information?
Of course I will. Yes. Now, when did you say you ran into Dimitri?
Oh, last week, when he stopped by to pay Haley for the job.
Oh, I see, of course. I'm sorry, Adam. Somebody else seems to be on the other line, so I'm going to have to go. But I'll call you about next week, all right? Bye.
Erica. Erica, is something wrong?
Dimitri, did you know that Kendall hired Haley as a private investigator?
Kendall didn't hire her. I did.
Well, that must mean you changed Erica's mind. She and Dimitri are letting you stay? Yes? No?
I'm not sure. Anton, I don't know if I'm coming or going anymore. I don't know anything. I'm really scared.
You? Why would you hire a private investigator for Kendall?
I was trying to protect you.
What would this have to do with me? You hired Haley to help Kendall. How could that possibly help me? And why would you possibly think that Kendall needed a private investigator?
Kendall was obsessed with finding you.
That's not news.
It became clear that she was equally obsessed with finding her father. I was afraid that she couldn't handle it on her own. I saw you being dragged into it, and I couldn't let that happen. So for your sake, I helped Kendall search for Richard Field.
You bastard!
Yes, Kendall is important to me, but no one is more important than you.
You know something, Dimitri? You can rationalize what you've done for a month of Sundays, but it won't change anything. You lied, you covered it up, you went against everything I wanted. I mean, why didn't you just stab me in the heart and be done with it?
I never meant to hurt you.
You wanted to protect me, but the only person's feelings who you cared about was Kendall.
Yes, I care about Kendall. I felt I had to. I mean, she's a part of this family.
Oh, why don't you just say it? Why don't you just say that you felt you had to care about her because I don't?
You did your best. You need time.
And you think I'm a terrible mother?
Adjustment doesn't happen overnight, Erica. The situation's too complicated. You're not a terrible mother. There's nothing terrible about you. And none of this changes how much I love you. Don't you know how much?
I am learning too late. You haven't changed a bit. You can't even function unless you are on top of your life and everyone else's.
I helped Kendall search for Fields because I thought that it would truly end this nightmare for you.
Oh, that isn't the most twisted excuse.
Oh, why, it may be twisted, but it's true. It happened. The nightmare is over. Kendall found Fields. She met him, and she said that was enough. She said she'd let it drop, Erica, and she has.
She always lies. Don't you know that by now? But you have ruined the trust that I had in you. I have no more trust in you, Dimitri. You ruined that.
What was I supposed to do? Turn my back on her like I did on Edmund? Hey, I couldn't do that. It's your child. I had to step in and help her. I had to step in there and help her because I knew if I didn't, she'd go off on her own and probably end up hurting you. At least this way I had control.
Oh, yes. You had control. And you know something? You may have been right about Kendall's obsession. Maybe nothing could have stopped her, maybe not. But now that she's done it, guess what? I don't have to stand for it. I don't have to live with it. And I certainly don't have to accept it.
Erica, please wait.
I never thought I'd say this, Dimitri, but at this moment, I hate you.
I don't think I will ever figure out why you're so nice to me.
Oh, you're not so bad.
Then you believe what I said to Erica was an accident?
Dr. Sigmund Freud says there are no accidents.
Yeah, well, Dr. Sigmund Freud never had Erica on his couch. She's perfect. She doesn't... Never mind. It doesn't matter. You know, you've been really good to me even when I've acted like a complete jerk. Thank you.
I've told you before, you can lean on me whenever you need to.
Well, I may need to a lot in the future.
There you are.
Mrs. Marigot.
You little witch! You asked for that, you sneaky, vicious little brat. And you're right. I do wish you had never been born.
Sorry.
Oh, shut up with I'm sorry. I don't want to hear your whining apologies. I want to tell you what I think of you, and believe me, it is not pretty. You are selfish and inconsiderate and stupid. And these are your better qualities, and they pale in comparison to what you really are. Evil, Kendall. Pure, unadulterated evil is what makes you tick. And you have proven that over and over and over again.
Never meant to hurt you.
Shut up with the lies. That's what you always say. Stop lying to me.
She's telling the truth.
You stay out of this. I should have handed you right back over to Bill and Alice Hart the minute you lied your way into my life, but I let you stay. I certainly wanted to get rid of you when you were so awful to Bianca. When you were horrible to her, when you encouraged her to run away, when you took eerie pleasure in torturing that little girl. But no, Dmitri made me keep you. Dmitri said you were troubled. Oh, you are troubled, all right. And Dmitri said that you needed love. Oh, no, you didn't need any love. Not the night I walked into the stable and found the clippings you had been assembling of a man who raped me. That night I should have killed you. But Dmitri held me back. Dmitri made me forgive you, and now look at you. You're sick. You make me sick. Yes, you make me sick. You are the byproduct of an act of violence, of a rapist. Do you understand that? And that's why I can't stand the sight of you.
I look like him. I look like my father, and I can't help it.
You can't help the fact that you look like your father. You look just like him. But you certainly could help not being like him. You could choose good over evil, but you don't want to. No, you want to inflict pain on me. You want to make me suffer for what he did to me. That is sick. You are sick. You don't care what agony you inflict on people. Oh, yes, you are your father's daughter. You are just like him.
Erica, that's enough. Now stop it right now.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you lying phony.
I didn't mean for any of this.
Let's just stay calm. Now, shouting and name-calling won't help. We need to sit down and discuss this like a family instead of saying things that we'll later regret.
I will never regret what I said. I will never take it back, and I will never change my mind.
Erica, please don't go.
Don't go? Fine. You go, and you go to hell and take her with you.
We have to face this.
No, what I am facing makes me sick.
Hello, Erica. You look well. Beautiful, in fact.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
Are you?
Well, what can I help you with, Erica?
Well, I told Edmund I need some of my things.
Help yourself.
Thank you. I'd like my hairdryer. The Swedish one. I mean, obviously I have one at Linden, but as you know, this one is really much more efficient, much speedier. It really saves me time. My camel hair coat, too, I seem to be lost without that.
Is that it?
What else would there be?
Well, you tell me.
Well, Dimitri, Wildwind has really always been your home. I never put my stamp on it, and nothing really here ever has belonged to me.
So the only reason that you came by was to pick up your things?
Would there be another reason?
Fine. I'll leave you to do whatever it is you have to do. Oh, Erica, by the way, the next time you speak to Jack, I haven't been served with divorce papers. I expected them last week. What's the holdup?
I asked Jack not to serve you.
Have you changed your mind? Do you still want a divorce?
The other day after you and I talked, Jack was brutally blunt. As a matter of fact, he's known me for quite some time, and he pointed out some patterns in my behavior, in my personality. Jack says that I have a tendency to let one mistake destroy a relationship. Jack says that I tend to punish someone if he doesn't live up to my expectations.
I see.
Well, Jack says that sometimes I make compromise impossible.
Do you agree with that?
I'm not as rigid and as self-centered as Jack thinks I am. I'm really not. But yes, there is some truth to what he was saying. I think it's because I'm very sensitive. And when I'm hurt, sometimes I overreact.
You sometimes take a stand without thinking it through completely.
When the very floor is just dragged out from under me, then yes, sometimes I have trouble thinking very clearly.
I know.
You helped Kendall find the man who raped me.
And I admitted I was wrong. I should have told you. I apologized.
I heard you say that. I heard you say that you were sorry. But I was in so much pain, it didn't sink in.
Did it sink in that I love you with all of my heart, Erica, forever?
I did hear you say that. And all I do is just lie in my old bed at Linton every night, and that's all I think of.
I miss you.
I miss you, too. Miss you.
Do you think that now compromise is possible?
I think anything is possible if you want it.
Oh, Erica, I want you home in our old bed. And I want you to let me make it all up to you.
Erica! You're back. This is wonderful.
Kendall, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. You guys were talking. I shouldn't have interrupted. I can go.
No, I asked you a question. You said that you thought it was time for you to move out, get a place of your own. But you're here. Why are you still at Wildwood?
Because I asked her to stay.
Kendall said she'd move out, but you asked her not to?
I thought you knew.
Please, I'm speaking to
Let me
Dimitri.
handle this, please.
I'm sorry. The last thing... Forgive me.
How could you?
Erica, Kendall was distraught when you walked out.
I was distraught when I walked out.
Yes, yeah, and you have friends, family, a house of your own, and she has no one. Now, I said that she could stay for a while, not forever.
Oh, she has you wrapped around her finger. You would do anything for her.
Erica, I was the one who got Kendall to accept that it was time for her to find her own place, remember? I mean, yeah, she was ready to go when you stormed out swearing that you'd never come back. You were divorcing me.
So after I left, you saw no reason to ask her to leave?
I saw no harm in asking her to stay, no.
You never see the harm, do you?
But now that you're home, if you want, she can go.
You don't honestly think that I would come home now?
Now.
Kendall to remain here in my absence to make it impossible for me to come back.
Erica, that doesn't make sense.
All I know is what I see. You here with her.
We're not the only ones that live here.
Well, she's not a relative of yours. She's not an old family retainer. She has no blood relationship to you at all. And yet you seem to have formed this unnatural attachment.
What unnatural attachment?
For her sake, you are willing to compromise everything that we've had, everything that we've worked for together.
Erica, that is nonsense. If anyone's compromised us, it's you. You made me choose between you and your daughter. The only reason I feel for Kendall at all is because she is your daughter. She's a part of you, and that makes her very important to me.
She's important to you, all right.
Yes, because of you. Erica, I know that when you look at her, you see Richard Fields, and I understand that. But when I look at Kendall, I see your child. And it's her connection to you that makes me want to treat her with compassion and kindness. No other reason. Why can't you see that?
Look, you knew that I wanted her to leave, but you rolled out the red carpet for her instead. Look, you sent your message loud and clear. You've made a choice, and she's it. I hope you and Kendall will be very happy together.
Erica. Erica!
So, you and Erica failed to make the peace, huh? You okay?
I don't know what to do anymore.
It seems so promising.
It was, briefly. And then...
Enter Kendall?
Erica's obsessed with the notion that I've somehow chosen Kendall over her.
Bad choice.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, things were going great. They were going your way, right? And then Kendall walked in and started World War III?
Yeah, Kendall happened to walk in and set Erica up. It was an innocent blunder, bad timing.
Wrong. It was perfect timing from Kendall's point of view.
She didn't even know Erica was in the house.
Wrong again. She knew that Erica was there, and she blundered in on purpose. Erica was here, and she blundered in on purpose.
You're starting to sound like Erica.
Well, maybe she's honest.
Now, everything is not part of that child's devious master plan.
That child accidentally stumbled onto the scene. You guys were this close to a truce. And then she came in, blew it sky high.
You believe that Kendall barged in here deliberately?
Yeah, I left in no uncertain terms in her mind. I warned her, stay away from you and Erica. Let you two duke it out. She charged in regardless.
Edmund, that is nonsense. Kendall's as anxious as I am to make peace with Erica.
Says who? The ever trustworthy Kendall? Try this scenario on for size. Just say, instead of hoping that you and Erica forgive each other and she comes home, what if she's trying to make Erica's life a living hell?
Kendall doesn't stop to consider the consequence of her actions. She's immature.
Immature spelled trouble. There's a method to her mayhem.
She can't be that good of an actress.
Now accepting the award for most misunderstood ingenue.
Edmund, come on now. Kendall may be thoughtless, yes, but the worst you can accuse her of is being naive. She has nothing to gain by hurting Erica.
And everything to lose. That's what makes her so dangerous.
You're making way too much out of this.
How much worse does it have to be? Now, she already knows that she's a source of friction between you and Erica, okay? She knows that secret pact you made with her about Richard Fields sent Erica packing, and she knows that the mere sight of her is going to blow any headway you and Erica are making right out of the water. And knowledge is power, buddy. In her hands, it's a lethal weapon.
So Kendall deliberately walked in on me and Erica just to stir things up.
Look, I told her in no uncertain terms you guys were behind closed doors, all right? Do not disturb. She sails in anyway. Now, when I told her Eric was here, her attitude was hostile, okay? The survival of your marriage is not on the list of things Kendall cares about. Why else would she slam in here like a wrecking ball?
Well, you obviously have a theory.
Yeah, she wants to get back at her mom. Why not make waves with you and Erica?
If Kendall's been using me against Erica, how could I not see it?
Kendall outright confessed her biggest fear was being given her walking papers, right? And when she blew into town, she was ready to worship Erica. That didn't pan out. She looked for a #1 ally, you. It was tricky, Dimitri, but she played it brilliantly. She even got you to find Richard Fields, against Erica's wishes.
That wasn't all Kendall's doing. I really thought that I was acting in everyone's best interests. That facing him could end that chapter for Kendall, for all of us. Erica's convinced that my loyalty to Kendall supersedes my commitment to her and our marriage.
And sweet, unassuming Kendall hasn't raised a finger to help Erica feel otherwise.
You don't think.
What?
Anton said that Kendall had a crush on me. She denied it. The whole notion seemed so absurd, I didn't give it a second thought.
Maybe it is absurd. But I tell you, she's been acting a lot more like the lady of the house than somebody here in a pass. And the survival of your marriage doesn't matter to Kendall as long as she stays here at Wildwind with you.